We have a few minutes for questions and answers, if anybody has one. Bala and Chris, do you want to come back up to the podium and we'll try to get some questions going here. Anybody? Yes, sir. Let me put them.
Commodore T.I. Lemory. My question is for the South African presenter. The first one, you said South Africa export to other countries, but it discourage import. How do you achieve that in your own country?
Okay. Can I clarify?
Then the second question.
Okay.
You emphasize that the government should encourage a positive change in the printing industry. How can we encourage, or how can we persuade the government to assist the printing industry to achieve that feat? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to clarify the first question. I was making a general point for printers all over the world, not just for South Africa. We love to export, but we don't like people coming in and playing in our own backyards. So, so what I was saying is that throughout the world, we all like the opportunities of exporting, but we don't want others from China or Spain or anywhere else to come and export into their products into our market. So I was making a general point that that's just our human nature, but we have to get used to it. So I was saying that globalization means that people will export into our markets, but we have to become very good at what we do and stay close to our customers so that it is not attractive for people to export into our markets. So I wasn't saying that South Africa as a whole is exporting more than it's importing. We do export, but I was just making a general point. The second point about encouraging governments, we need as an industry, we need to persuade governments in Africa that the passport to education is the printing industry, and I include the packaging industry. If you cannot read, if you don't know what the packaging says, and we have some educational challenges in Africa. And we as an industry need to be encouraging people to become more literate. We need to be supporting government initiatives to improve literacy. And we need as an industry to show that we are socially responsible by encouraging people to read. The more people read, the more print they're going to buy, and the more sophisticated packaging they buy. We've done studies in South Africa. The better your level of education, the better the level of your literacy, the more you earn and the more print you buy. So that's why I believe as industries, we need to engage government and say we are part of the solution, not part of the problem. Thank you.
Okay. Question in the front here.
Yes, I have a question. But incidentally, my question is not actually to Chris, though I will make comments regarding your presentation. My question is to Mr. Napi. I did a head count when we settled down about to start. It just occurred to me that we have less than about 10 guests here or attendees. I would generally classify as maybe one among the exhibitors. And my question is this seminar meant for us to talk about our issues back home on this floor? Or is it meant for the audience and the viewers, the exhibitors? Because if we have over 550 exhibitors and we have less than about 10 sitting down here, what we are saying is that we want about 55 to the ratio. Now the question is, why are we here? Now the question is whether is it a lack of publicity or a lack of interest? That's my question, and it goes directly to you.
Sure.
Then the other one is to him. His presentation, I wouldn't blame you. I think my opinion about everything you said is almost like North and South Pole. But again, you are asked to talk about the challenges related to engaging emerging market. I don't think in the context of print that what you told us is what we should be talking about here. We have social issues in Africa. If you tune on CNN, you hear about them, you see them, people who don't have foods, fighting wars in Liberia, and things like that. Mm-hmm. But I think that what we are probably about here is how can we leverage the private sector to deal with the issues and the challenges. And I thought that what we should be talking about in the challenges facing the emerging market should be about how can I convince a manufacturer in the US to see Africa as an emerging market. If you are afraid to come to Lagos because probably CNN says there is kidnapping in the Niger Delta, I have also said before coming here that I'll be here to tell you how to engage the Nigerian market without getting involved with kidnapping. I thought that's what we should be talking about.
Well,
and
can I respond?
Yes, right, because generally, but my question is, I looked at my guests. We are 40 people here, and I don't think we want to sit down here and talk to each other and talk about, we now have problems. My question, why are we here? If we are here to deal with the issue of market expansion, then I think what they want to hear is, how can US suppliers, manufacturers engage us? If you don't want to come to Nigeria, are you interested in agency distributorship arrangement? If you don't want to come to South Africa, are you interested in franchising? If you don't want to come to Nigeria, would you just sell direct to me?
Right.
And so on and so forth. And then if there are issues related payment, how can I get my money? Those are the emerging market issues.
Sure.
If there's lack of capacity, is it capacity because of literacy? In Nigeria, I wish it's not literacy. I wish it actually is not resources. I know there are countries in Africa that have issues of literacy, issues of resources. We are not about that. What we're about is how can we get the average American to know that beyond CNN report, beyond the hysteria in the media, that there are opportunities and that the country represents a great opportunity. You can lead from Nigeria to West Africa and to other Africans, and in fact that is just as good in terms of profit and as safe as doing business in New York or anywhere else. I think that's what we're about here. Otherwise, it's a waste of time for me and everybody sitting down here that I brought here.
Okay, thank you. From the NPES perspective, the purpose of these programs are to bring the exhibitors and potential buyers together. We've done 4 of these. Unfortunately, there are so many other activities that go on at the trade show that we compete against in these 2 hours before it opens that people are spread all around. There's other programs. But I can tell you there's at least 5 people in here that have been here every morning. And they're here because they want to learn about the market opportunities. They want to learn about who the people are, who the distributors are, who the major printers are. They want to get to know you. So I can tell you right here, put up your hands, exhibitors and members that are here. You know, you're here because you're interested in these markets, and our purpose is to put the two together. So we do that by having some speeches. We invite experts in to do that, and then hopefully we'll leave enough time so people can meet and talk together here and learn more about business conditions and help you progress your industry and our industry. That's what it's all about. Do you guys want to comment any further on that?
Not at all. I speak on what I was asked to speak on.
Yes,
So
you did,
I've
and you
got
did a good job. Thank you very much. Another question?